I'll be using my AD machine itself. I do not want to have another machine. I'm using my Active Directory machine. On the same I am publishing in my storage for my cluster members that we are going to use as my cluster storage. This I will be doing by using my iSCSI protocol. So I'm configuring in a iSCSI target server here. For configuring iSCSI target server, you should install file services role on your Active Directory machine. If you do not want to use a third party storage solution. Otherwise, there are products like SolarWinds provides you a storage solution. There are products as a OpenFiler. There are products as a FreeNAS. You can use them also for creating in a cluster storage. Whenever you are building in a POC, a proof of concept, in those scenarios you can use FreeNAS, you can use OpenFiler, you can use SolarWinds. But if I do not want to go into any third party product, Microsoft itself gives me a solution called as my iSCSI target server. By using this iSCSI target server, I can convert my Windows box itself into a iSCSI NAS based storage provider. So for that purpose, I need to firstly add in a role, and that role is my files and storage services. Okay, so here file and storage service is already installed. This role comes by default with Windows servers. I have to add in a feature into it, that is my iSCSI target. Okay, so just add in that iSCSI target feature. So once you are done, you will be getting your file and storage services here. So if at time of installation you have not selected iSCSI target, you didn't selected that particular feature, just open your server manager console. In your storage, that is files and storage services, select the option iSCSI. If I do not have iSCSI target service available to me, it will ask me to install the iSCSI target service here. To install iSCSI target service, just click on the roles. Now you are having an option available under this, and that we have to make it as iSCSI target server and iSCSI target storage provider. Just select in these two features, iSCSI target server and iSCSI target storage provider. These will be under file and iSCSI services. iSCSI services. Okay. Now click on next, next, and install. You can do it anywhere, but because I do not have much RAM and I do not have much resources on my box, I am using my domain controller machine itself for configuring this role. Scroll down. फाइल एंड iSCSI सर्विसेज में आएगा आपके पास. कैंसिल करो, कैंसिल इट. Okay, click on your file and storage services. Now click on iSCSI. Now select this link which is given on your right hand side panel. Okay, now click next. Just scroll down. You will be provided with that particular option to select it. Got it? iSCSI target server. So once I got this particular feature installed, next I will have to create in my virtual hard disk that I will be publishing over my network. target. We are creating a SCSI target.
That we are creating on one node of the cluster or
No, on any other machine. Okay. This is just for the POC building.
That should not be part of cluster.
Yes. Otherwise, if that node is evacuated from cluster, it will not happen. Okay, so here my iSCSI target server feature got installed. So now I got the target server. Next thing it is asking me, create an iSCSI virtual disk. I need to start create a new iSCSI virtual disk wizard. Click on this option. So first it is asking me where my virtual devices will be stored, where my virtual hard disk will be stored. You can publish in a local disk attached to the server itself. You can publish physical devices also. I am publishing a virtual device here. So it will be on this server where you want to store them. So if you want to publish your physical disk as it is, just select in the disk and click next. Otherwise, you can type in a custom path. So what I am doing is, on my machine, in my C drive, make it visible to the network. Yes, so that people can access it from network. So what I am doing is, on my local computer, that is on the machine where I am creating my iSCSI target, on the D drive itself, I created in a new folder, gave it a name as virtual disk. And here selected that particular folder, the virtual disk folder. Here I want to store my disk, so that all my virtual devices that I am creating, I get a reference that I am storing them at this particular point. Click on next. Type a custom path, click on browse, select the drive where you have created a folder, select a folder in which you want to store your virtual hard disk, click on next. By what name you want to have this disk. So let's say disk 1. This could be any name. What capacity you want to use? I am giving it a capacity of 512 MB. This disk is accessible by which target? Like in case of HBAs, you have WWN numbers and the WWPN numbers. The same way here, we have a iSCSI qualified name. Like for SAN, we have to refer the WWN numbers. In case of iSCSI protocol, I have to refer a iSCSI qualified name, IQN number. Syntax of generating my IQN is IQN signing sheet. I think anybody left? Please. So we have to give it in form of the general syntax of creating a iSCSI qualified name. What we are doing right now is we are creating a qualified name that is identified by the iSCSI protocol. So syntax for generating it is IQN dot year in which you are publishing this logical unit, followed by the month in which you are publishing it, dot reverse domain colon unique name. So I will be defining my IQN here as IQN dot 2016-06 dot com dot ats colon disk 1. iSCSI qualified name, also known as IQN. Like for Windows, you have a fully qualified domain name for DNS. For my iSCSI protocol, we have a iSCSI qualified name. This is identified by the iSCSI protocol. So for every target, we can have a separate name, or in a single target I can have multiple disks. I can have multiple disks in multiple targets, or I can have multiple disks in one single target. So this is the name I am going to provide to my IQN here. That's my iSCSI qualified name, the target name. That's a unique name. This is anything that you want to use. This is any name that you want to use. It has no relevance to which disk you are publishing. Your disk could be by any name. It is a naming convention I am following so that it's easy for me to relate that this target is publishing this device. Now, which particular machine will be able to access it? I am also creating an access control list where I am defining that what all nodes in my network, what all computers, what all servers in my network are allowed to access it over the iSCSI protocol. So click on add. Here I'll select a value for the selected type. That is my DNS name, and this is my web-server.ats.com. Click on browse. You can go to your entire directory, web-server, check in the name of that computer, click OK. That's the same name. What I am doing is, right now we are specifying what all servers in my network are allowed to access this shared storage. It's like at your storage team, you are creating in a ACL. It's like a ACL at my storage level, restricting my access to the storage LAN published to specific nodes, that only this server can view it. So you want the visibility of this storage device to what all servers? I am creating in a ACL for that, restricting my access this storage to only these servers. Apart from the server names what I am going to mention, others might be able to view, but they will not be able to access. They can view the IQN, but they will not be able to mount these storage devices. They will not be able to establish a session with this storage there. So add yes, I need to grant access to both the nodes. So that's a name of my first cluster node. Okay, the same way you are going to add it for your second cluster node also. No authentication, no PAP or CHAP things. Confirm. It's not a clustered role. Virtual hard disk. Create. In a single target, I can have multiple disks also. I can have multiple disks published from a single target. Okay.
So if we have to publish this particular disk on both server at a time.
So I have to yes,
both the name here.
Both the names I have to give. So right now I got in my target visible here. Now we will go back to our cluster member, and here we will see how I can make that disk visible to my cluster node. That is, performing a scan of my HBAs in real physical servers, or performing a scan of my iSCSI protocol on my virtual servers. So again, we'll have to go to our so in this case, this is my cluster member. It is my member node where I am configuring my cluster service. Go to your tools in the server manager, look for an option called as iSCSI initiator. Are you able to locate the option iSCSI initiator? Select the option iSCSI initiator. The moment you click on it, it says that the service is not running. Do you want to start the iSCSI initiator service? Yes, I have to start. Otherwise, I will not be able to view my published storage devices. Yes. So first is I have to start my iSCSI service. Once the iSCSI initiator service is started, you will get in a dialog box like this, where it is saying my iSCSI initiator properties. If you recall, there we had an option as IQN, and we had an option for DNS for registering this device there. If in case it doesn't comes with your IQN, with your DNS registration, come to this configuration point here. Under the configuration tab, whatever name is mentioned here, whatever name, publish the same name or write the same name on your server there. Or you have an option, you can change this name to say iqn.web-server. It's better we do it as iqn.2016-06 .webserver.ats. So it's a meaningful name that I have assigned to my initiator. Sometimes it happens that by my DNS name, it's not able to allow me the permission. So if by my DNS name it doesn't allows me the permission, in that case I will have to use this initiator name there. This will be required in scenario if that is here, when you are defining the target. So we have defined an access server for this target. If in case you are not able to view your iSCSI published devices using the DNS access control, then in those scenarios I am left with only one option, that is providing it the IQN initiator name. This is not my IQN target name, this is my initiator name. So I have to give in as my initiator name here. This name what we have provided is my IQN initiator name. Now firstly go to the discovery tab. Discovery tab in your iSCSI initiator properties. So first thing that we did is we changed the initiator name of my computer. We have changed the initiator name of our computer. Then go to the discovery tab, click on discover portal, give an IP address or the fully qualified DNS name. So in my case it is ats-dc.ads.com. Click on OK. If there is no firewall blocking and my service is up, I will be able to get it connected. Okay, so here it didn't happen. It says that service is not available. Have to do some troubleshooting.
We have to provide here enable chat and enable device.
Nothing. Leave it blank. Let me check if Mr. Firewall is blocking something for me. For my domain networks, the firewall is up. So I need to configure in a rule for port 3260 over TCP and UDP. Otherwise, I will not be able to do it. Okay, let's ensure my services also that the iSCSI target service is running or not. So my iSCSI software target service is up. Because we got error, the service is unavailable. So if my service is not running, I'll have to start the service. Second reason could be my firewall is blocking my connections. Let's go and try back again. Wherever you have installed iSCSI target software, in whichever machine you have installed it, it will be available there. Okay, we'll try to do the discovery once more. ats-dc.ats.com. Click on OK. Oops. My name is the same, no? ats-dc only. ats-dc.ats, or I can do 10. Okay, and that 254. Let me try it using.
Here you give the IP of node, right? Node of the port.
We have given it access using our DNS name. Let's see, 192.168.10.254. I think that's what my IP address. Yes, that's my IP address. Let me do a refresh of it. web-server.ats.com. Okay. Yes. It got accepted now. My local firewall was also running. The same. This is the name of my machine where my target service is running. This is the name of my target server. Here, while doing the discovery, what we are providing is, we are providing the name of machine which is hosting my target service, where we have the target service running. Now if you come to the location targets, refresh it here, whatever target was published, that should come in here. By whatever name we have published the target, I should get those targets names here. So if I am not visualizing my targets, I got my discovery done, discovery is successful, but target names are not coming. So here again, I'll have to go back to my server, in my files and storage, iSCSI. We'll have to go back to our target, task. We'll have to view all my targets. This is here. Okay, right click. Go to its properties. Again, initiator names. I'll have to add the name from our network. Check its name. Click on OK. Okay. So IQN 206 web initiator. Click on OK. OK. Done. Wait. And just come back. Let's do the refresh once more. So previously it was an issue of my access. The issue was related to my access control, because we have done accessibility to our target by the help of DNS name. So like I said, many times it happens that DNS names are not able to provide me the accessibility. I added in an IQN based description of my initiator. The moment you added it, set it OK, refreshed my client, I didn't do the discovery again. What we just did is, we went back to our client and simply hit refresh. The moment my access servers, the ACL allowed me to access the service, you got in the name of your discovered targets.
We are still facing issue with our discovery.
I'll come. Okay. Now once I got our discovery here, currently if you check, it is inactive. And when it is inactive, let me show you something. Disk. In my disk management console, as of now I have only one hard disk. You will have, just ensure you can validate if in case your iSCSI disks are being discovered or not, just by checking in your disk management console. Currently if I check, my disk management console is showing me only one device. Okay. The moment I am going to my iSCSI initiator console, selecting in my IQ and discovered there, and click on connect. OK. In your disk management console, you should get one more disk here. Okay. Now if you visualize, one more device came in, which is into a offline state. So if after getting connected, you got this disk, simply means your iSCSI discovery is going well and you got your disk discovered using iSCSI. I can show you again once. We selected it, disconnect it, yes, my second disk is gone. You go back, select, connect your iSCSI target, you got in one more device. So if it is happening, it's good, we got in a device here. Okay. Now the similar process I will have to do for my second machine also. Okay. Let's go to our second cluster node. I'll skip my CD key now. Okay, my country region is India. Next. See, this initiator process you can do even when your machine is not a domain member. This is just a fresh machine we have configured. हाँ, initiator device में disk ngmt.msc सिर्फ disk management console ऑन किया, iSCSI initiator सर्विस को चालू किया. जैसे ही आप कनेक्ट करोगे disk management console में you should get one more device on the device from where you have run the iSCSI initiator. Okay, so this is a new computer which I have just now formatted, bought in a new server. We got in a new server commissioned to us. Now on this newly commissioned server, we need to make it a cluster member, and we need to make it a domain member, and we need to make it discovering my iSCSI targets also. Just now I got in a fresh server, no roles, nothing have been configured on it. Initiated the first reboot, started my server manager console. From here itself you can do the discovery of your iSCSI targets. It's not necessary that you have to firstly make it a domain member, not required. You can install your Windows Server failover cluster feature also without making a domain member, but configuration of my cluster, that we will do with our domain account. That is after making it a domain member. Even if in case I try to do it when my machine is not a domain member, I am going to get in issues there. Okay, so we'll go to tools, again iSCSI initiator, we'll start our service. The very first thing that I have to do is change my configuration, that is change my IQN name. It is getting connected because you are authorized. आपने सबको authorize कर रखा है. Anybody can get connected. This will happen only in case when my authentication is happening. So here what I'll be doing is no matter what, I'll change my IQN dot 2016.06 dot cnode1.ads.com. This is the name I am going to provide to this machine. See, once you change it, close your iSCSI initiator. After you change the IQN name, you have to close your iSCSI initiator and restart the iSCSI initiator there. I have changed the name of my iSCSI, close it. Now go back to your server where you have configured your iSCSI target, add in one more IQN here, or I can okay, I have just added it here. This is my IQN name. Still I have not changed my computer name. I have not changed my computer name till now. If I go to my client side, my host name it's ATS PC. I have to make it. Now I will go to the discovery tab, discover, I didn't even have to do the discovery, automatically I got the name there. The moment you allowed it there, the moment you allowed a iSCSI initiator, you are discovered there itself. This page. Let me show it once again. Discover portal, ats-dc.ats.com. Click OK. Oops. Targets, refresh. You got the IQ. My machine name not changed. I am not a domain member. I have not installed any service. Only started my iSCSI initiator and changed the name of my iSCSI initiator. Registered the same name in my initiators on target. That is, my target discovery is allowed to these initiators. Went back to my client, did the discovery, come to targets, refresh. All your published IQNs are visible. Select. Again, disk management console. दूसरे पे ऑटोमेटिकली अवेलेबल हो जाएंगे. दोनों पे ऑनलाइन मुझे करना पड़ेगा. ऑनलाइन दोनों पे मुझे करना पड़ेगा. डेटा विजिबल दोनों जगह होगा. It's like mount point, you have to define it there. Okay, so here let's select it, connect it. Okay, one more disk got available. Do you have multiple paths? We don't have multiple paths. Right click, make it online here.
So when we have the SAN path here,
initialize it there, master boot record, generate a simple volume, finish. If you want, you can give it a name also there. Whatever name, that is your choice. Right click. I have just given it a volume as my disk. Now if I go to my second cluster node, the moment I am going to make it online here, okay, just refresh it here. Your disk got online and is already formatted. The labels and all came in automatically. Okay, because you have done it on one machine. It's a shared device between the two cluster nodes. Got it there.
from where we shared this particular drive, on that server, do we get both two drives?
No. From where you are publishing, you will not get another disk.
I'm getting 3 disks here.
So there are 3 disks on the DC server.
No, 3 quorum disks.
Did you enable multipath there?
Yes.
That is why.
Go ahead and disable multipath.
Okay, so now this, I will do one more thing. I'll just make this particular machine my cluster member. Change settings, change name. C node 1, हाँ हो गई ना डिस्क ऐड. शेयर डिस्क दोनों पे विजिबल है. क्लस्टर में अभी कुछ नहीं किया हमने, अभी सिर्फ क्लस्टर को एक जगह कॉन्फ़िगर करके छोड़ दिया. अब सेकेंड नोड ऐड करने के बाद फिर हम कोरम डिस्क अटैच करेंगे. डोमेन myats.com. ओके, Lunch is ready. You move ahead for lunch. We'll pause it here because again otherwise the same thing will happen like yesterday some of us didn't got all the things. कुछ चीज़ें ख़त्म हो गई थी कल. So I'll just pause in my video capture.